Hi guys, welcome to another video at Scaling Up Simplified. Today I'm going to chat about current and future trends of remote work. Working remotely has traditionally held a bad reputation, but more and more companies are adopting work from home policies. Many employers believed their workforce would be easily distracted at home, where their managers couldn't keep an eye on their teams, which in my opinion is ridiculous. You have hired a team of adults and you need to have trust in the decisions that you have made. If you feel that you need to constantly be watching your team's every move, then you are failing them as a leader. This does not reflect badly on your team, it reflects badly on the training and onboarding processes in your systems. I have gone in depth about training and onboarding in my course, Hiring Methods Simplified. Remote work was very rare a decade ago. Working from home was usually only available as a special arrangement. However, teleconferencing and telework technology has advanced to the point where some businesses are thriving by hiring remote teams. To determine the effectiveness of communication, technology, and working remotely, today I'm going to examine the history of working remotely, the current state of workforces, and predictions for the future of remote employment. Firstly, let's determine how effective remote work actually is. A decade ago, most employees would have completely rejected the idea of employees regularly working from home, especially in the UK. One major concern most employers had for working remotely was a loss of productivity. I have run my businesses remotely, hired remote teams for the past 9 years, way before this was a trend. My clients had no idea we ran our business in this way, because of how frowned upon the idea was. However, what they failed to understand was that my team was super productive and loved their job because of the flexibility that my company provided them. But this video isn't about my company, so let's jump into the areas to better understand the effectiveness of remote work, not just from my own personal experience, but from statistics out there. A survey was conducted with 1,400 full-time employees about their work habits and productivity. 500 of them were remote employees. The results indicated remote workers work an additional 1.4 more days per month than in-office employers, which is nearly 17 additional workdays a year. Remote workers take longer breaks on average than office employees, 22 minutes versus 18 minutes, but they work an additional 10 minutes a day. Office workers are unproductive on an average of around 37 minutes a day, not including lunch breaks, whereas remote employees are unproductive for around 27 minutes a day. 15% of remote workers said their bosses distracted them from work, whereas 22% of office-based employees said the same thing. If we think about this in practical terms, guys, we get very easily distracted by coworkers and managers constantly checking in on us, which creates distraction to our workflow. It is also common sense to me that if we as business owners are providing our team with the flexibility to work from anywhere in the world, they are more likely to stay with our company on a long-term basis out of the basic human requirements being met, such as freedom and flexibility. We don't own people, therefore, why should we not provide the kind of lifestyle that our team seeks? Now guys, let's chat about how remote work has evolved over the years. There was a time when remote work wasn't even a possibility because the technology didn't exist. If your colleagues and business partners wanted to get in touch with you when you were out of office, they couldn't just email you or text you or direct message you. They would have needed to provide an alternative phone number, a pager, or even a fax number to have work-related conversations. Even full-time remote positions were different from what they are today. We didn't have all the softwares available to us today that we have in the fourth industrial revolution to manage our teams remotely. One of the most helpful technologies for seamless remote work is video conferencing in CRM systems, such as Monday.com. If you don't currently use a CRM system in your business to manage your teams, Monday.com is an incredible option. You can find a link to set up a demo in the description of this video. For full disclosure though, guys, we are partnered with Monday.com, and if you want to have a deeper understanding of how we are evolving with technology in the future of work, watch my video on the metaverse and future of work. That video will provide a deep understanding of the direction that we're heading and why it's critical for you as the business owner to not consider returning back to in-office work. You can find the video over here. There are fantastic alternatives to in-office working, such as co-working spaces, where your team will have the office feeling and feel the energy of others. But they can choose the location of their choice. In my business, it is a remote working rule for my team to work in a co-working space of their choice anywhere in the world twice a week for that external stimulation. Doing so helps avoid boredom and loneliness from working at home every single day. We also provide an allowance for our team. If you would like assistance with some fundamental rules to implement in your business for your remote working team, you can find a link to that video over here. I also go in depth about this in my course, The Hiring Method Simplified. Let's jump into what the future holds with remote working. Remote work software like mobile work tools and virtual reality conferencing will become the preferred form of communication, even over face-to-face meetings. AI will likely play a major role in managing remote staff. Again, if you'd like more in-depth detail about this, you can find a link to my metaverse and the future of work video over here. Now, I can understand why some employers are fearful of taking the leap and transforming to fully remote working in their business. The transition to managing remote workforce may be daunting to some, but with the right technology and guidance on how to successfully transform your employers to remote working, it can be a seamless process. Speaking again from my own personal experience of running a remote business, I can tell within 2 minutes if a team member is slacking in any way. With the help of Monday.com CRM system and mastering delegation, there's not much room for slacking. To sum up, guys, in the long run, fighting the change will only do more harm than good for your business. Employees no longer wish to work for companies that don't provide the flexibility, and the world is heading in a virtual reality world, whether we fight the change or not. According to Buffer, 99% of current workers would like to work remotely, at least some of the time, for the rest of their careers. If your business fails to provide this opportunity, you will fall behind. So guys, my advice is, instead of resisting the change, organizations should improve their work policies and capabilities. If your company is concerned about productivity and performance issues, there is something lacking in your systems and processes and internal training within your organization that you need to correct. If you would like more guidance on the topic, please sign up for my free webinar on how to hire and retain amazing remote employees in just under 20 minutes. You can find the link in the description. As always, if you like this content, please hit the subscribe button, like my video for support, and I'll catch you next week. Until then, wishing you peace, happiness, freedom, and success.